Hey, what's going on guys? Luke here, and welcome back to an all-new video here on Hybrid Network. As you may know by now, Tim Miller, the director of Deadpool, is reportedly developing a solo Kitty Pryde film for 20th Century Fox. And this news may sound confusing if you're wondering about the Disney acquisition of Fox. Both parties have agreed to the sale, but the federal government has the final say, and the approval process could take more than a year. So Fox Studios, for the time being, are still operating normally as if nothing happened. One more thing that I will point out is that studios will often have several movies in development at once, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they will ever go into production. But with all that being said, I would like to explore what possible material the studio is looking to pull from the comics. Kitty Pryde is a wonderful character. The creator Chris Claremont had introduced her into the comics at the age of 14, so readers have got to watch her grow up ever since she first debuted in the 1980s. She has been heavily involved in the X-Men comics ever since. Over the years, she has adopted several code names such as Shadowcat and Sprite, to name a couple. But despite her being a well-rounded character, she isn't well known to general audiences, and unfortunately she hasn't carried too many solo titles. But there are still plenty of stories and plenty of X-Men material that they could pull from. One potential story arc that they could adopt would be Kitty Pryde in her first year at the school. In the Demon arc, she is left alone at the school on Christmas Eve while the rest of her classmates were off celebrating the holidays. And while watching the school, an alien demon spawn decides to attack and she is left all alone to defeat it. This would really make for an interesting story. The upcoming New Mutants film has horror themes, and if that film is successful, then the Kitty Pryde solo film could follow suit. Another potential inspiration would be Excalibur. This is a pretty interesting arc as well, because at the time they had put Kitty Pryde and Nightcrawler into these sort of quirky situations where they had to sort of start their own superhero team. This would obviously be a Kitty-centric film, but adding another layer like Nightcrawler would bring some extra fluff. Another possible thing that they might just do is just make up an original story arc that's not really basing the script off of anything from the comics. I'll use Marvel Studios as an example for a minute. 2014's Guardians of the Galaxy and 2017's Guardians of the Galaxy 2 were not really based off of any particular arc, but rather the director decided to write his own original story, only taking certain themes from the general Marvel cosmic lore. Either way, there is a buttload of material and a buttload of ideas that they could work with. Right now, it's just a little too early to tell what's going to happen and if the film is ever going to get made or even make it past the storyboard. But that's going to do it for me, so let me know down in the comment section below on what your thoughts are on a Kitty Pryde solo film and what story arc would you guys like to see adapted. My name is Luke, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Hey, thanks again for watching this video. If you guys would like to just take your support to the next level, go check out our social media on Facebook and Twitter, our website for our latest articles and editorials, and maybe consider supporting us on Patreon if you would like to see our content improve in the future.